Hey YouTube, my name is Ivan Albrook and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. As you can tell on screen here, I have a Dragapult list here, and this is the list I used to secure my last two League Challenge wins I needed for this season. So before we get into it, I would love for y'all to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, tell me what your favorite deck is at the moment, and hit the sub button while you're down there. It's only going to help. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. So as you can tell on screen, this is the Dragapult list that I used to win 2 league challenges in the last couple weeks or so. I needed 2 more wins to max out on my league challenges, and that's exactly what I did. So I'm pretty sure this is just a straight copy of Alexander Rudowitz's list from the last couple European regionals. So the 4 Dreepies, 4 Cloaks, 3 Pults, the 2/2/1 Dusknoir line, 2 Badoos, 1 Halucha, 1 Monkey, 1 Fez, 1 Latias, 1 Blood Moon, 4 Ionos, 4 Lilies, 3 Boss, 2 Hilda, 1 Turo, 4 Poffin, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Catchers, 3 Stretchers, 2 Jamming Towers, 3 Luminous, 2 Psychic, 1 Fire, and 1 Neo Upper. Pretty standard Dragapult list. I mean, it doesn't get more cookie cutter than that. But yeah, so I won 2 challenges over the last couple weeks. And yeah, so I'm finally maxed out on challenges, which is the first time I've ever done that in any sort of local level tournaments. I've finally maxed out. Next thing I got to focus on is the League Cups. I have 4 placements for League Cups, but I need to improve 3 of them. So just got to do good at the League Cups coming up. And yeah, and also Toronto Regionals is in about a month's time. So I got to lock in and figure out what I'm playing to that. Dragapult seems pretty solid, so I might lock this in. We'll see. Yeah, so let's get into the tournament matchups. So Boreal Gaming in Fonthill, Ontario. It's about 15-20 minutes away from me. They had a very small league challenge last Thursday. There was only 7 people in attendance, and I got the round 1 bye, which is pretty awesome, which means I only had to win 2 more games to win the challenge. Round number 2, since I didn't play in round 1, I played against Alakazam the Dunsparce. I feel like Dragapult has a pretty solid matchup into this deck. You know, just being able to kill multiple pieces, because, you know, the Alakazam evolutions aren't too high in HP. Same with the Dunsparce pieces. They're pretty low. And if you item lock them while you set up, it's pretty easy to dismantle their board while you set up your Dragapults and your Dusk pieces. So that's pretty much what I did. He took a couple prizes on me, and then I finally pretty much just nuked his board, left him with no Alakazam pieces, and I kind of just controlled with Dragapult for the rest of the game. And I was able to win that. And then round 3, I played against Ash on Terrabox. I was debating on IDing just because I hate playing against Terrabox. But it turns out that my resistance wasn't that great. We had the exact same resistance, so I figured, you know, we got to play this out, and I'll just try to win. They start out the game by taking a double knockout on 2 of my Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it was like a Badoo and a Dreepy. And then I finally set up a Dracloak, and I Iono'd them and Itchy Pollen them, and it kind of stuck for a turn or 2, which let me swing with Dragapult and start to dismantle the board a little bit. And it just got to the point where I had 2 Dragapults set up, and there's really nothing that they could do. If you get over that Wellspring hurdle, it's you know, it's good for Dragapult if you can avoid dealing with a double Wellspring attack, or even them setting up Clefairy or anything like that. So I was able to win that one, and that was my 3rd challenge win of the season. Very small challenge, but hey, win's a win. We take those. And then last night, I went to Boards to Bits in Niagara Falls, Ontario, fairly new shop. and it was their December League Challenge. There were 13 people. And round 1, I played against Mega Lucario Hariyama. Now on paper, it's actually quite tricky for Dragapult, just because Lucario can consistently swing, and it's got a ton of HP, and they play the Hariyama to gust around the Dragapults, take a smaller Pokemon out while they set up another Lucario and stuff like that. So they did take the first couple knockouts, and my start was very weak. I had a Latios and 1 Dreepy down. Monkey Dory and then a Dreepy down. Which, you know, they ended up knocking out with the Soul Rock after 2 turns. And I finally got set up. They knocked something out with Lucario, I can't quite remember. But I finally got a Dragapult and a Dusknoir setup, or I'm sorry, Dusclops, because what I ended up doing is they hit the Monkey Dory with Soul Rock. I had a Luminous on it. I moved it to the Riolu at the time. It evolved into Lucario, and then I attacked, and I think I put, let me think here. I put 6 damage counters on it with a Dragapult attack. They swung, knocked out my Dragapult. I set up another Dragapult with Neo Upper, and then I used Counter Catcher to bring up their Riolu. And those were the only. They had a Hariyama, a Solrock, and a Lunatone. They didn't have another Riolu, so I brought Riolu up, used Dusclops on the Mega Lucario, Ionoed, and then I knocked out the Riolu and the Mega Lucario to take 4 prize cards, and he just had a dead hand after that, and he scooped. So I was able to win that one. Round 2, I played against Mega Charizard X and Oricorio. This deck is pretty cool. So we started the match, and he flipped over the Cinderace. And the Cinderace reads, you know, if you get this Pokemon in your starting hand, you can set it as a basic Pokemon. Sort of like the Talonflame back in, I think it was Breakpoint, I want to say. Something like that in the XY format. Super, super good card. But essentially let him set up a Charizard or a Charmander and a Charmeleon with some energies on it. But I was able to quickly set up a Dragapult, which just allowed me to take a knock on his Oricorio and the Charmander, because I had a Dusknoir or Dusclops and a Dragapult. I was just able to, you know, bring up the Oricorio, pop the Dusclops, kill the Charmeleon, take 3 prize cards, and he was just left with a Cinderace, which is all that he had left. So I was just able to win that one 2-0. Round 3, I played against Sebastian, different Sebastian than the one I talk about on my channel quite a bit. Sebastian was playing Garchomp, which is, you know, a weird matchup for Dragapult, because they have the ability to one-shot you and you don't. So, kind of have to take into account that they have the Roserade and they have the Power Weight. It was a very back and forth game, but I was just able to knock out a couple of the Garchomp pieces before they could knock out both of my Pults, and I was just able to win that one. So I was 3-0. And then round 4 against Jack. Jack actually knew that I needed one more challenge win, so he was super nice to me, and he scooped and gave me the win. Well, I would have played against Ceruledge, which is a solid matchup. But yeah, so thanks to Jack, I got my 4th challenge win. Yeah, so I'm officially done with challenges. I might still go to a couple here and there for practice and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I don't need any more points, so therefore I don't care about my results. I just go to play. And yeah, so finally done with challenges. I don't like challenges that much. I love the League Cup style more fun in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much more to say, just standard Dragapult gameplay. And we are finally, finished half of my goal. One of my goals this season was to max out on challenges and cups, and obviously the other one was to day 2 a regional and do well, which I did earlier this season. So yeah, I'm looking to just max out my league cups as much as I can now. Ideally, I want to win 3 more league cups if possible. But hey, we will take what we can get. So far, having a great season, 265 championship points. That's just 7 short of what I had before this season. I had 272 last season, I should say. So I'm only looking to improve. We have Toronto regionals in a month, and pretty soon I'm going to lock in. I have to just get through this last week of school, and then I'm done for the holidays, and then that way I can lock in on Toronto testing and focus on Pokemon for December and enjoy time with my family. So alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the support as always. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.